And I call the member for Durack.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Congratulations to the member for Lalor. Outstanding speech. Deputy Speaker, I have the pleasure tonight to speak on an industry that has existed in this country for some 165 years and had a profound impact on my upbringing growing up as a child in West Australia's goldfields. The industry I speak of course, is the gold industry. It is an industry that was responsible for the birth of my hometown of Kalgoorlie, an industry that employed many family members and an industry that has had many highs and lows. But unfortunately, Mr Deputy Speaker, I do feel that the gold and other mineral and resources industries don't always get the credit they deserve for their contribution to our economy. Generally speaking, the mining sector is still experiencing returns, though some more modest than others on their investments in Western Australia, but this should not be the cause for attack or for a campaign against the industry. This, Deputy Speaker, should be a cause for celebration, given the thousands of people employed in this very important industry. Deputy Speaker, mining companies need to invest significant funds in project development, and it often takes years to complete the infrastructure needed for large-scale mining operations to commence. As a resources lawyer in my past life, I've experienced firsthand the highs and lows of mining project development. During the years in project development, the price for a commodity being explored can rise or drop considerably, and there are numerous cases where a mining project becomes untenable before 1 iota of gold, iron ore or gas has been extracted. Deputy Speaker, the gold mining industry in the 1800s gave the average Australian arguably the highest standard of living of anyone in the world. This is highlighted by one incredible statistic, Deputy Speaker. Once gold was found in Australia in the 1850s, our national population trebled in the space of just 10 short years. Deputy Speaker, this is the equivalent of our current national population of 24 million, jumping to a whopping 72 million in the space of 10 years. You can see how significant it was back in the 1850s and 60s. The gold industry is currently experiencing a resurgence, and we are witnessing a significant increase in exploration activity. The end result, Deputy Speaker, is more jobs for West Australians now and the prospect of more jobs in the future. Given the current economic climate in Western Australia, which has experienced rising unemployment and a slowdown across the resources sector, this contribution, Deputy Speaker, of course, cannot be understated. Times, they're a bit tough in the West at the moment, and we need to be doing everything we can to encourage the industries that are surviving and are employing West Australians. What we are seeing are relatively smaller gold companies having considerable success in turning what were considered to be unprofitable, unsuccessful gold mining ventures into profitable and sustainable projects and employing a lot of Australians along the way. And Deputy Speaker, these are the types of projects that make me very proud of my electorate and WA more broadly and of the people who live in it. These hard-working, risk-taking people from the bush that stick their neck out and succeed where others have failed deserve to be praised, Deputy Speaker, but instead are often misunderstood by the media and those living in cities. The mining industry has grown our GDP. It's employed our population and trained our next generation. Yet the industry rarely gets a pat on the back, and this is something that I feel deeply disappointed about, Deputy Speaker. The gold industry in Western Australia accounts for 68% of Australia's overall gold production, with Australia being the world's second largest gold producer. Gold is our third largest mineral export. In the 2015-16 financial year, our gold exports were valued at some $16 billion, with that number likely to increase again this financial year. I believe gold mining is an industry that has helped Australia to the privileged position we are currently experiencing, with gold responsible for driving our living standards in the earliest days of this nation. With the time that I've left, Deputy Speaker, I wanted to just comment on something that I'm particularly disappointed about with the numbers studying at the School of Mines in Kalgoorlie with respect to the mining industries, that this number is dropping. And of course, what this means is less Australians that are going to be mining experts in the future. My message to Year 12 school leavers and their parents is to seriously consider undertaking university qualifications relevant to the mining sector. I promise them, Deputy Speaker, like the mining and
Order.
resources sector, you will have a bright future.
Order.